Right. So we were doing chapter 2 of political science, the electoral process. In the last class, we learned a lot about the basic structure of elections. How does that structure work? Who are we voting for? What are the different houses of parliament of the state legislative assembly? And you guys were given a video to watch, and watching the video you had to take down notes. So I think somewhere the whole structure is a little bit clear. So today we are going to discuss about the importance and the functions of election commission. We'll get to know what that is. Now before we start the class, we'll do a small warm up. On the screen you can see an image and it says today I feel, and then there are so many emotions. Okay. So you are going to write in the chat box this statement. You will write today I feel dash. So what are you feeling? You can choose from these emotions, and then you will also write because dash. So whatever is the reason for that. For example, I can say today I'm feeling happy because now I have to give the reason also. So today I'm feeling happy because Durga Puja is going on and I will get to celebrate a lot with my friends and family. Okay. Similarly, all of you have now, because we have wasted so much time in the attendance only, let's take 2 minutes instead of 5 minutes to write this statement and send it in the chat box. Okay. There
Teacher,
are
what is that manna manna in the last line second one? Last line second one.
oh, last one says mana mana means kuch bhi aise any. Okay, now we have 19 students on the call. I want all 19 responses in the chat box. You can start typing now. You have 2 minutes for this. Anil, please type the whole sentence. Okay, you have to write today I feel dash because dash. The full thing should be there. Timil, thank you for already sending. I am feeling sad because you have to wake up early in the morning. So, oh God, don't be sad because you have to get up early in the morning. It's a good thing. Waiting for everyone else. Hardik and Shubham Khorde, you guys have joined in very late. Make sure this is not repeated again. I will not accept you into the class next time. Alright, Pranali says, I'm feeling sad because I can't celebrate Navratri. I feel sad. Why are all of you feeling so sad? Today I feel sad because I wake late in the morning. I am feeling sad because I wake up later today in the morning. Confused because not understanding which subject for homework I should do. Fun because Anil is with me. Okay. I'm feeling cool because I talked to my best friend in the morning. Feeling quiet because we all were waiting since so long. Waiting for what, Shreya? Sakshi says feeling happy since 9th day of Navratri but feeling very dab. But dab. Feeling confused because I'm not understanding what to do for my studies. Oh no. Don't be confused. We'll figure it out. Feeling sad because can't meet Sakshi. Feeling cool because today I have finished my homework. Wow, congratulations, Smriti. Amar feels happy because he woke up late. Wow, there were two people who felt sad because they woke up late. Bhumika is also feeling sad. There's so much sadness, guys. I can understand. Oh, okay, okay. Got it. Alright, let me count how many statements we have got. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 people have replied. I'm still waiting for um, 7 more students who have not written yet. And I will make sure that everyone is typing, otherwise we are not going to move on. And जितना टाइम यहाँ पे वेस्ट होगा उतना टाइम मैं बाद में ऐड करूँगी 10-10 के बाद. So make sure everyone is typing. Priyanka is feeling sad because I don't understand what to study and I feel it's too difficult in these days. Maybe we can ease that out by creating a timetable for ourselves, covering at least 2 subjects in one day. That way we can do it. या फिर cover all subjects in one day छोटा छोटा करके. Anand feels happy because Mumbai Indians का match है today. Okay. Ganesh, you have to give the reason also. So you write, I'm feeling happy because, and then you give the reason. Waiting for 5 more students. If you want, I'll name those students also. Hardik, waiting to hear from you. Harsh Gupta, have you written already? Oh, Harsh Gupta wrote. Nisha, Pranali, have you guys written? Pranali has written. Smriti has written. Okay. Oh, Ganesh is back in Mumbai. Ganesh, I would like you to finish your sentence, please. Write the full thing. Anil, don't write on the screen. Just waiting for Ganesh to finish the sentence and then we will go on. Ganesh, make sure that you're writing quickly because all the time we are wasting will be added towards the end of the class. Quickly, let's hear what are these 3 norms. Let me ask one by one. Timir, tell us what is the first term, first norm mean?
We have to be active.
That means अभी उठ के दौड़ना भागना शुरू कर दें.
No teacher, when you asking a question us and we have to give answer means like that.
Right. So be very quick in responding. ऐसा नहीं कि बैठे हुए हैं कि अरे टीचर नाम लेगी तो करेंगे आराम से. No. Be active. Write in the chat box. Do wait for me to call your name अगर unmute करके answer करना है. Otherwise, be active in the chat box. All right. The second one, let's hear from Sakshi. Tell us what does the second norm mean? What does this one mean?
Teacher, we have to put our mic on mute, and if you will ask any answer, so then only we have to unmute the mic.
Perfect. Thank you, Sakshi. And the last one, Priyanka, can you tell us what does this one mean?
Running notes. You have to take running notes.
Thank you so much. Perfect. Yes, these are the 3 norms we are going to follow for the class. Okay, and these are some of the topics that we'll cover today. So first, types of elections. This will just be a recall because in the video that you watched and you took down the notes, you have already covered this. So we'll just recall it quickly. Then we have what's the election commission, details of the election commission and functions of the election commission. All right, so if you ever see the word EC written, the letters EC are written, then that stands for election commission. But make sure that in your exams, in your answers, you're not writing the short form. Write the full thing, election commission. All right, starting with the types of elections. Now, we have already, wait, people are trying to join the room. All right, yeah. So we have already discussed the type of contribution that we as citizens of India can have in the selecting of the government, because the government is made out of representatives, people who are going to represent our choices, our opinions to make the laws of the nation, right? So in that we have already covered Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, Vidhan Sabha, Vidhan Parishad, local government. We have talked about all of these things and how these are parts of the central government, state government and local government in that order. ठीक है, तो power सबसे ज़्यादा central government के पास, then state, then local, and these are the houses of those governments. So what we'll do right now is, because you already know this, I'm just going to ask you guys the question. One by one, I'll take your name and then you can tell me. So what you're telling me is, see, we get to be a part of the elections, right? We get to vote, but not for all of these. So sometimes there are houses for which we get to vote directly. ठीक है, हम directly vote करते हैं and the representatives are selected for that house. But sometimes we get to select the representatives indirectly. वो कैसे होता है? So we select a set of representatives and then they select another set of representatives. So that is indirect. Direct होगा अगर हम वोट करके select करें, and indirect will be अगर वो वोट किए हुए लोग और आगे जाके किसी और को select करें. ठीक है? So right now you will be telling me which of these elections is direct election, so directly vote कर रहे हैं, and which of these is indirect. Okay? Let's start with the first one, elections for Lok Sabha. I'll open the participant list. Amay, why don't you start us off? What do you think? Elections for Lok Sabha, is this direct or indirect? Question is for Amay. Others, you can type in the chat box till that time.
टीचर लोकसभा ना
Do we directly get to vote for Lok Sabha या वो कोई और select करता है? Directly. Thank you so much. Yes, Amay, it is direct. Lower House of Parliament, Lok Sabha जो होता है वो directly vote करते हैं हम लोग, and we get to select the members of Parliament. So MPs के लिए हम direct vote करते हैं. Thank you, Amay. Next, let's hear from Anand. For the second one, Anand, elections for Rajya Sabha, is it direct or indirect? Others, you can keep writing in the chat box. I can see many students are participating. Yes, Anand.
Indirect, teacher.
Thank you, Anand. Yes, elections for Rajya Sabha is indirect. तो लोक सभा के जो लोग होते हैं वो लोग सिलेक्ट करते हैं राज्य सभा में कौन कौन होगा, and a small percentage is also selected by the President of India. Okay, so this is indirect. The people that we selected in Lok Sabha are indirectly, then they are going to select the people in Rajya Sabha. All right, the third one, let's hear from Bhumika. Bhumika, answer for Vidhan Sabha, please. Elections for the Vidhan Sabha, will they be direct or indirect?
Indirect, teacher.
All right, Bhumika says answers for Vidhan Sabha will be indirect. I'm still waiting for others to write in the chat box. Timir, you are writing no. Timir, what's your answer? What do you think it is? Timir says direct. Yes, others are also saying direct. That is right. For Vidhan Sabha, the state legislative assembly, we get to vote directly. Okay, Bhumika. यहाँ पे इस वाले इलेक्शन के थ्रू we get to select the MLAs. So it is at the state level. State government के लिए state legislative assembly का election होता है, and we get to select the MLAs for Vidhan Sabha. So this will be direct. Similarly, for the next one, elections for Vidhan Parishad, let's hear from Ganesh. Ganesh, what do you think? Is it direct or indirect? Please unmute and answer. Waiting for Ganesh. Ganesh, do you think elections for Vidhan Parishad are direct or indirect?
Indirect.
Indirect. Thank you so much. Yes. So Vidhan Sabha, we are directly electing the representatives, the MLAs, and those MLAs then get to select who will be in the Vidhan Parishad. Okay. And this is at the state level. So state government के लिए ये दोनों चीजें होती हैं. And then we go on to the last one, elections for local government. Let's hear from Hardik. Hardik, what do you think? Election for local government, is it direct or indirect?
Indirect.
Indirect. Okay, Hardik is saying indirect. I'm waiting for others to type in chat box. Shreya and Debbie, please don't get distracted. ये सारा personal messaging बाद में हो सकता है. Okay, right now let's focus on the class. Others, what do you think? Is it indirect or direct? Hardik says it's indirect. Okay, 4-5 people are writing directly. Yeah, we'll not dwell more on this. It is direct. Okay, so Hardik, elections for local government will be directly. People get to vote for their Gram Panchayat and Zilla Parishad. Perfect. Thank you for being so speedy in this. I want you all to maintain this speed and this energy. Let's go on to the next bit. Types of elections we have already covered now. This is complete. Okay. If you have any doubts, please hold them on and write them down somewhere in your notebooks. We'll cover the doubt session at the end of the class. All right. Let's now paint a picture. Paint an imaginary picture. Okay, so we'll imagine right now, what does the voting booth look like? So obviously all of you are under 18 and you have never had the chance to vote or go inside the voting booth. So my question to you all is, what do you think the voting booth will look like when you enter it? Will there be other people? Who will be these people? What kind of a setting will be there? What are the different elements that you can see over there? Okay, so start unmuting and answering one by one. What do you think? What are the elements?
Teacher, booth means?
Booth means just room के अंदर voting होता है, ठीक है? That's the voting booth. Yeah, you can start unmuting and answering. What do you think? What will be the elements inside? क्या क्या देखने को मिलेगा उधर?
Sure, one machine is there with 5 numbers, I think.
One machine is there. That is right. It's called the EVM, electronic voting machine.
There are 5 numbers which we want to go in, which that Congress, Shiv Sena and all. Then we want to click on that button.
Okay, so you got the machine part right, but there are way more than 5 buttons. जितने parties compete कर रहे हैं, because India has a multi-party system. A lot of parties can compete together, right? So all the party symbols will be there all against all the numbers. So it's a really long machine. इतना लंबा सा होता है और उस पे बहुत सारे ऐसे buttons होते हैं blue color के. So yeah, that part you got right. Okay, others, what do you think? What are the elements?
It's only for the machine or for whole room?
For the whole room. You can tell for the whole room.
There must be some officers. Then for security, there must be guards, policemen.
Security, inside.
Okay. So Anil is saying there must be officers who are conducting the election, and there will be police or security guards. Okay, just to protect people.
And teacher, they put that mark also on our finger.
Yes, thank you, Bhumika. There will be someone putting that blue ink on your fingernail. But why do we put that mark? क्या पता चलता है उससे?
Teacher,
Understand that how many people have had voted.
Right. So just to clearly let us know कि अरे इसने तो वोट कर दिया. Okay, so this person done. ताकि ये दोबारा घूम के ना आए. All right. Others, what do you think? What else will you get to see there? Let's hear 2-3 more responses.
Teacher, some machines to check that we have weapon or not.
Some machines to check we have weapon or not. So while entering, maybe someone, either a machine or a person physically also, maybe they will check you if you're not carrying anything else. Aditya says we can't remove that mark. It's more of a just an easy way to tell that you have already answered. It's a very strong hint, so I'm sure it will be very difficult to remove. It stays for quite a few days actually, so it's very difficult to remove that one. Yeah.
Teacher, but then also we have that voter ID na. So one time if we vote, then we can't vote. So
So
no need
yeah,
to
in that
wait.
voter list, the officers who are there in their voter list, they will cut out your name, put a tick across it. That they will do, but just in one quick look, because voter list में नाम ढूंढने में time लगता है. So in one quick go, if somebody has to tell कि हाँ इसने vote किया या नहीं, that's why they put that mark on your finger. All right, I'll
Teacher,
then
That's cool.
yeah, who was that?
teacher Atharva.
हाँ, tell me Athar.
Teacher, that after 18 we vote na, it is compulsory or not for voting?
It is preferred that you vote. Compulsory ऐसा नहीं होता कि घर से आके उठा ले जाएंगे वोट के लिए, but you should be preferring, you should be making it compulsory for yourself.
Hello.
Yes, Debbie.
Teacher, can I leave the lecture now?
Why, what happened?
My brother's lecture is started before 15 minutes.
That is your call, Debbie. You have to decide if you want to treat this lecture.
We both are sharing, so I have to leave.
Fine. Make
I
sure
was
you're
asking.
watching the recording later on.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, it is our responsibility to vote. Sakshi is right. All right, so we heard a few elements that all the students are talking about. Now, even though if you have not been in the voting booth, but you already know that these are the things that happen.
Teacher, if we do not vote, then it means cheating from India.
Yeah, definitely. Cheating for the democracy. Because democracy, the whole nation, it's giving you a chance to have a say in the decision. हम जिसके लिए भी वोट करेंगे, the person is going to implement our views in policy making. So we are losing out on that chance, right? Okay, so the elements we heard about right now, there will be an EVM, there will be someone who is putting ink on your finger, there's someone who is checking your name from the voters list. A couple of more things that I can think of. Someone will definitely check your voter ID card. So your whatever ID you are carrying with you, that the person will check. As Anil mentioned, someone will check you if you are not a security threat. Okay, so all of these things are happening. Now, my question to you is, who are these people who are conducting the elections? ये जो इतने सारे officers थे room में, who are these people? कहाँ से आए? किसके लिए काम करते हैं? Then hold this
Election
arrangement.
committee.
Yeah, exactly. So there is one body, one different body of government. It's called the Election Commission, right? They are doing this job. Thank you, Sakshi. Oh, there's an interesting question. Shreya is asking, teacher, if we don't vote, then we will get arrested? No, not at all. No one is going to arrest you because you haven't voted. But you should feel guilty then. You vote nahi diya. Anyway, so yeah, we are talking about the election commission now. So election commission is an independent part of the government structure. It's not like the current ruling government is hosting this whole election commission thing. They are not responsible for it. Nor is the Lok Sabha, Vidhan Sabha. No one is responsible for the election commission. They are completely independent, an independent branch of the government who are responsible for the whole election process. Okay. Now the election process is quite long, and we will be covering it in tomorrow's class. But today we are just going to learn about the election commission. What are the functions? Because we clearly know it's not the current ruling party, right? वो उन लोगों का कुछ हाथ नहीं होता election commission के इसमें. Normally what comes to our mind that yeah, the current government must be organizing this, ना? But no, that doesn't happen because then it will not be fair. हमको कैसे मालूम कि current government वाले वहाँ पे अंदर polling booth में हेर फेर नहीं कर रहे हैं, right? So no parties are responsible for this election process. It's just the election commission. So we are going to read a little bit more on the Election Commission of India. So right now will be the time to put on your thinking caps and just hear out what is the information that we have. The electoral process should be free, fair, and reliable, right? That's what we understood. It should be free and fair, and we should be able to rely on the results. ऐसा नहीं कि कोई और पार्टी आके हेर फेर कर रही है, then the whole voting process doesn't make any sense. To ensure this free and fair election, the Constitution of India has made provision for an independent body called the Election Commission to administer the election process in India, and it was established in 1950. So just like we discussed, Election Commission of India is an independent body. It is not accountable to any government or anyone else in a large way, right? A little bit of accountability is still there because others also need to keep a check कि हाँ election commission भी अपना काम सही से कर रही है. Now the Election Commission of India and the state level state election commission, they conduct all important elections in our country. So again एक central government level पे होता है and एक state government level पे होता है. So central government level पे we have the Election Commission of India, and then state level पे state level election commission. The entire process of elections, from declaring the date of election to the declaration of results, is carried out under the direction and control of Election Commission. All right. So the entire process, there are a lot of steps between the election process, and we will be discussing that tomorrow. But right from the moment we create the constituencies to the moment the result is declared, ये पूरा जो process है, everything is conducted by the Election Commission only. All right. A little bit more information we have. Let's see what it says. Article 324 of the Indian Constitution has established this autonomous body. Again, autonomous means independent, okay, not responsible or not dependent on anything else, which consists of one chief election commissioner and two other commissioners. So there is one chief election commissioner and two other people. Now, if we, okay, we'll come to this point later on. Let's read the second one. It says Sukumar Sen was the first election commissioner after independence. This is given in a small blue box or something in your textbook. And many a times there are 1 mark questions, the fill in the blank wala objective question jo hota hai, that often asks this question, who was the first election commissioner. Okay, so it was Sukumar Sen. The election commissioner is appointed by the President of India. So that's the only interference that is run. It is otherwise an independent body, but the election commissioner is often appointed by the President of India. The chief election commissioner cannot be removed from his post easily or on account of any political reason. This is necessary so as to preserve the independence of election commission. Otherwise, imagine what will happen if the election commissioner, after counting all the votes, he is declaring that, okay, party number A, they have won the election. और पार्टी नंबर 20 से गुस्सा हो गई और उन्होंने कैसे भी करके बात चलाई और इलेक्शन कमिश्नर को ही फायर करवा दिया उनके जॉब से. They get him fired. Then that will not be fair. ऐसे तो कोई भी काम हो ही नहीं पाएगा. So for those reasons, the election commissioner cannot be removed easily from their post. There has to be a legit, proper reason for that. And other political parties, other governments, they cannot interfere with this decision. There is a separate provision made for the expenses of election commission. So for conducting the election, the salary of the commissioners, then the whole process, there's a lot of officers who are helping us out in the polling booths, right? So unka kharcha, khane peene ka kharcha, all of this, for this there is a different expense budget. And the last point says, election commission does not have a separate staff. So imagine agar election commission ka apna staff hota, then that would have been huge, right? Because there are how many, 543 constituencies, and to send have election commissioner staff in each of these constituencies, and there are 3 people minimum in each room, okay? And there are multiple rooms at one polling area. For example, if our school is set up for voting, then in each room there are 2-3 people from the election commission. Now if you count the whole or all of these people all over India, then election commission ka staff to huge ho gaya. Okay, and also we don't need them all the time. Elections are happening every 5 years. बीच में कभी midterm elections हो गए, ठीक है, but it's not a lot of time that we need these people. So they do not have a permanent staff. What they do is they take government officers, government workers, government teachers and other employees to help out during the election. ठीक है, उनको अलग से बुला के सेशन लेते हैं, पूरा उनको समझाते हैं. These are government workers only. Yeah, so election commission does not have their own staff. All right, that's all the information about election commission. This is taken from your textbooks only. So it's put up in a nice point-wise manner, so it will be easier for you to learn this and make notes out of it. Akanksha, you have raised your hand. Do you have a question?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Akanksha, ask.
Yes, teacher. Teacher, the last line I didn't understood. The election commission does not have separate staff.
अच्छा, इसका मतलब ये है कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल थिंक अबाउट योर स्कूल. ओके, स्कूल का अपना स्टाफ होता है या नहीं? दे हैव टीचर्स, दे हैव पीपल वर्किंग इन द एडमिन डिपार्टमेंट, देन दे हैव पियोन्स, एवरीवन, देयर आर सो मेनी पीपल वर्किंग फॉर द स्कूल. सो स्टाफ होता है किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में जो लोग काम कर रहे हैं, राइट? हियर इट सेज इलेक्शन कमीशन का अपना अलग से स्टाफ नहीं होता है. देयर आर नॉट पीपल हु आर वर्किंग फॉर देम ऑल द टाइम. Only during the time of elections they will hire these people, not even hire these people, the government officers, they are given the duty. उनको assign किया जाता है कि सर आप इस वाले स्कूल में जाके election duty करेंगे. So if there are government teachers, other people working in government offices, all of them are given these duty, assigned the duties कि आपको इधर जाना है, इधर जाके ड्यूटी करना है. So there is no permanent staff. बट इलेक्शन के टाइम पे गवर्नमेंट वर्कर्स को ही लाया जाता है टू वर्क फॉर द इलेक्शन कमीशन.
Okay.
All right, thank you for clearing the doubt. Let's pause for a second. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Okay, think of any doubts that you have so far. If there is something that you have not understood about the election commission, then please make sure that you're making a small note about it, and we will clear all the doubts at the end of the class. Okay. Now, before proceeding, there is a small fact also in your textbook. It says special campaign to create awareness among voters is run for voters registration. So just like you guys were asking, what if we don't vote? Will we get arrested? What will happen? So no, we will not get arrested. But because we are not getting arrested, the whole process becomes really relaxed. So we take it upon ourselves कि अरे क्या हो जाएगा, इतने there are how many billions of people in India, and if one person is not voting, then what will happen? So a lot of people start thinking this way, and that is not right, because then the selection of our leaders will not be done in the right way. So there are people who conduct special campaigns to create awareness amongst voters. It is your right and you should go out and vote. And this there's a special day for that also. It's called the National Voters Day. It is also celebrated for this purpose. If you Google, you will get to see when it is celebrated. If I'm not wrong, it's on 25th of January. But you can Google and tell me when's the date. All right. So if you have any doubts, note them down. We'll clear them out at the end of the class. Let's proceed now. Now we are going to talk about the functions of the Election Commission. All right, we are going to watch a small video. It will tell us what the functions are, and then we are going to have a detailed discussion based on what is given in the textbook. Okay, so let's watch this video. What time did it say? 2 minutes 43 to 4:46. All right, everyone, put your phone volume on maximum, and let's see what are the functions, what are the duties of the Election Commission.
Once the demarcation of constituencies
This is on the captions also.
is done, the electoral roll is prepared. The electoral roll is commonly known as the voters' list. The electoral roll is a list of all the people in each constituency who are registered to vote in the elections. Only those who have their names on the electoral roll are allowed to vote. The electoral roll is revised regularly to add the names of new voters and remove the names of those who do not belong to that constituency anymore. A person who is eligible to vote but does not have his name registered on the electoral roll can apply to the electoral registration officer of his constituency. The officer in response updates the register accordingly. With a list of constituencies and voters in place, the country can go for elections when they are due. The notification for elections is issued by a constitutional authority. This constitutional authority is called the Election Commission of India in our country. The process of nominating candidates in different constituencies begins soon after the notification for elections is released. A person contesting under a political party is nominated by that party. Individual candidates may also contest elections independently without the support of any political party. Anyone who wishes to contest the elections has to fill the nomination form and pay a security deposit. He or she must be at least 25 years of age. All candidates are required to make a legal declaration regarding their assets and liabilities, educational qualification and criminal cases, if any pending against them. This information is put into public domain so that voters can make an informed decision about their representatives. After the nomination of candidates, campaigning for the elections begins.
Alright, we are not watching the campaigning part today, but we did get to see a little bit about what the Election Commission does and how does the process go, right? So they get to create the constituencies, they get to send out a notification for when is the election going to happen. And when that happens, other parties can go and elect their candidates कि हम इसको nominate कर रहे हैं. And people can go and independently also participate in this election process. Then the Election Commission will ask them to give a certain amount of security deposit, a certain background check, so उनका education qualification क्या है, are there any criminal cases pending against them, what are their assets and liabilities, मतलब कितना properties वगैरह क्या है उनके पास, what's the valuation of that property, all of these details they will take. And once they have the details, it will be sent out into public domain. मतलब for us to get that detail, they will put it out in the public arena. And we get to get those details, read them, and understand the people who are going to represent us. Based on that, we get to make a decision. Okay, these people are qualified, these are not, these have so much liabilities, these have assets, these people have criminal cases against them. So based on that, we can make a judgment कि okay, this person is fit for election, fit for being a leader or not. Okay, so now the functions that we just saw, it is given in a much more detailed manner in your textbooks. All right. So all of you, please open up your textbooks. It's the second page of the chapter. You will find the heading Functions of Election Commission. All right. And wait for 10 seconds till you open up that page. Functions of Election Commission. You will find the heading, and there are 5 functions given under that. I hope everyone has opened the textbook by this point. So right now we are going to do a small activity through which we will understand all these functions. So I will not directly tell you what these functions are. You are going to explain to me what are the functions and why are they so important. Okay. So we'll do east or west, which function is the best. You have to go out into breakout rooms right now. Now I know in the past you have not enjoyed breakout rooms. You're not really active in the breakout rooms. I figured out it might be because you are being paired up with people you don't want to work with. Maybe अभी उतना एकदम से online पे बातचीत नहीं हो रही है उनसे, right? So what I'll let you do is I will let you select your own breakout room. ठीक है? किसको कौन से लोगों के साथ work करना है, that you will get to decide. But before you do that, let's understand what exactly will you do in the breakout room. Okay, so listen very, very carefully what you are going to do in the breakout room. So we will make 5 groups. There are 19 participants. We will make 5 groups for 5 functions. Group number 1 will take function 1. Group number 2 will take the second function. Group number 3 third. Group 4 fourth, and so on. Okay. So each function in your group you are going to discuss, and you will discuss these 3 questions. First, what are the duties in this function? ठीक है, मतलब exactly क्या क्या काम है इलेक्शन कमीशन का under that function. Smriti, please mute yourself. Thank you. Yeah. So you will discuss what are the duties of election commission under that particular function. Why is that function important, and what will happen if the function is not there? So I will explain through one example. For example, the first function given in your textbook, it says preparing the voters list. So you will discuss what are the exact duties that election commission is doing for preparing the voters list. क्या क्या उनके duties हैं. Second thing you will discuss is why is this function important? Why is it important to prepare the voters list or take out names of people who have died? Why is it important? And what will happen if these actions are not performed? Okay? These are the 3 things you will discuss. Same goes for other points also. Is it clear what you have to do?
Yes, teacher.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. So I will go back to the screen here. Yeah. So right now, you will get 5 minutes for selecting your own group, maximum 5 minutes. Let's try to do it before that. And after that, you will get 10 minutes for the discussion. Okay?
How many people in one group?
So we have what, 19 people divided by 5. So around 4 people in one group. Okay? So what you can do is you can text each other through private messages, personal messages, and then in the chat box, let me know what how many people are there in your group. Okay, select 4 people each. 4 people का group होना चाहिए. And let me know in the chat box. Accordingly, जैसे जैसे नाम आता जाएगा, I will assign you your group numbers. Take 5 minutes to do this maximum. Okay, you can text your friends, you can call them and tell them, oh हमारे group में आ जाओ, हमारे group में आ जाओ, and let me know in the chat box who are the 4 people in your group. Again, I am telling who is in which group. Room number 1, group 1, you will be doing function number 1. Okay, so check which is the first bullet point in functions of EC. That is your topic. Akanksha, Archita, Nisha, Sakshi. आप लोग हो. ठीक है, I'm going to open all the rooms so you guys can go and join. Room 2 has Amay, Athar, Ganesh and Hardik. You are doing function number 2.
And teacher V?
I'll get to you. Group number 3, Aditya, Anil and Timid. You are doing function number 3. Group 4 has Anand, Harsh, Gupta, Pranali, Smriti. You are doing function number 4. And group number 5, you have Bhumika, Nikita, Shreya and Vaishnavi. And you are doing function number 5. Okay. It's 10:05 right now. We are getting back at 10:15. Okay. 10 minutes discussion. If you're done before that, please let me know.
Teacher,
Haan, sir.
teacher, you have asked na that question you are sending on chat groups.
I've already sent it on chat.
Okay.
All right. Go join. All right, I am guessing everyone is back. Yes, I can see all 21 people here. Right. So let's start with function number 1. So group number 1, please present to us whatever you have discussed. So I will again, before you present, I will tell you really quick. So the motive right now is to understand all the 5 functions of the election commission. But your group's purpose will be to tell us why your function is the most important function. Okay, क्यों उसके बिना इलेक्शन कमीशन का कोई वही मेन काम है इलेक्शन कमीशन का, उसके बिना इलेक्शन ही नहीं हो सकते, ऐसे हमको बताना है. Alright, the first group who is presenting?
Teacher, I.
Yes, actually you can start reading.
Teacher, the duties of the election commission means first function is to voters list. मतलब they create a voters list uh, and remove the who died from the means country. So it is very important because confusion create confusion create हो सकता है. That's why if new voters come, so we have to add their name and
Okay. All right. Was that it? या और थोड़ा बाकी है?
Teacher,
Yes, Akanksha.
in this preparing the voters list, it is important because when a person who votes is die, then a new person should also get the voter list. That's why it.
All right. Akanksha, you got muted.
Teacher, sorry, my brother was troubling me.
No worries. No worries. हाँ, continue.
So teacher, their duty is to create a voters list in a particular state. They go there and see that who are the new voters and who will be removed from the list. So they remove from the who is died from that state. So they remove that persons and add new name.
All
So
right.
it is
So Sakshi, tell us why. What will happen if this action is not done? अगर नहीं किया ये सब तो क्या हो जाएगा? Problem क्या आएगी?
teacher, there will be very confusion ना. If अगर voters list full हो जाएगा, so कैसे हो पाएगा? Like न्यू आएंगे तो कैसे उनको समझेगा नहीं ना कि ये तो अब चले गए हैं तो इनका नाम तो कैसे रहेगा. So ऐसे उनको निकालना पड़ता है जो नहीं रहे इस दुनिया में, so उनका निकालना पड़ता है ना.
All right.
Teacher, sorry for the Hindi because
No worries. No worries. Thank you, Sakshi. In the interest of time, I'm going to stop you right there. So yes, the first one is preparing voters list. So voters कौन इस साल vote कर सकते हैं, ठीक है? Every year there are so many people, so many new people who are turning 18, जिनको new rights मिल रहे हैं, तो उनका नाम add करना. So many people who are dying, तो उनका नाम remove करना list में से. Because of course, if we are not adding and removing the names, there will be confusion. We will not have proper consolidated data. ठीक है, it will be a problem. लिस्ट बढ़ता ही जाएगा या तो, और नहीं तो उसमें नए लोगों का नाम ऐड नहीं होगा, तो इट विल ऑलवेज बी अ प्रॉब्लम. सो दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि इस साल कौन कौन वोट कर रहे हैं उनका लिस्ट निकालना. ओके, सो दैट्स द फर्स्ट फंक्शन ऑफ इलेक्शन कमीशन. ग्रुप नंबर 2, हु विल बी स्पीकिंग?
Teacher, Atharva.
Yes, Athar. Tell us what was the function and then you can start speaking.
Teacher, in our group topic is decide the timetable and program of election.
Okay, so deciding timetable and
Our
the
duty,
schedule.
the
Your
duty
voice is
of
breaking,
the
sir.
topic is to conduct of election, commission, conduct the election for election commissions.
Your voice is breaking out a lot. Can you repeat this point again?
Teacher, the duty is to conduct election by election commission,
Okay.
and it is important because the election commission decides when to conduct election, in how many states to hold election in every state.
All right. So they are giving us the timetable for that.
And it is important because I can add my own point.
Yeah.
It is important because if there is no proper timetable of the election, then no election can be held in a state and not proper government can form in a state. And if the group is not there, then no election will be held.
Right.
Done, teacher.
All right. Thank you so much. Yes. So their function is to decide this is the second function, it was to decide timetable and program of election. तो कौन से इलेक्शंस होंगे, किसके बाद कौन सा होगा, पहले जनरल होगा, इलेक्शन कब होगा, स्टेट असेंबली का इलेक्शन कब होगा, तो डिसाइडिंग द डेट एंड टाइम फॉर दैट, कौन कौन से दिनों पे कौन कौन से कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी का कौन कौन से स्टेट का होगा, ठीक है. तो इन वन स्टेट द इलेक्शन डे इज द सेम, उसी दिन सारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसीज का होता है, बट अलग अलग स्टेट्स में अलग अलग दिन हो सकते हैं, ठीक है, दैट इज पॉसिबल. So setting up this whole thing, creating those, coordinating with each other, ki is din is state mein, us din us state mein, all of this is done by Election Commission. And until they have announced the dates for election, parties are not allowed to go and nominate their candidates. So it is very important that they do this. Thank you, group number 2. Group number 3, who will be speaking? Group 3 was Aditya, Anil and Timur. Who is going to speak?
Teacher, mere
Haan, Anil, speak.
teacher, here the function of this what? Wait, election commissioner.
You're on mute again, Anil. Please make sure you're not muting yourself.
Teacher, here the duty of election commissioner. Hello.
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Go on.
Here the duty of election commissioner in this function is that he allows the candidates which are independent and the party one to contest the election, and he fills the applications and make them eligible to contest the election.
He makes them eligible. मतलब पढ़ाई
No.
अगर नहीं की है तो पढ़ाई करवा देता है.
नहीं नहीं.
फिर
अरे यार क्या.
first of all,
he
tell
helped
us
them
what is
to-
the point. What is the third number function क्या है?
He helps him the new candidates to means
Contest election.
contest the elections.
How does he help?
He scrutinizes all the applications.
Scrutiny का मतलब?
मतलब feel करना ना.
नहीं, scrutinizes अरे यार scrutinizes. Oh my God.
Okay, I'll tell you. Scrutinize करना मतलब ध्यान से देखना, जांच पड़ताल करना. So whatever applications they are getting, उसको verify करना कि अरे इसने
That
सही
only,
पूछा है
that
या
only.
नहीं.
Thank you, teacher.
Yeah, welcome.
I will second.
Okay, so I've heard from Anil and Aditya. Timur, do you also want to add some points to this?
वो teacher वो अच्छा मार रहा.
Teacher, he is not doing anything. He is just listening ours.
Oh, Timur.
He was
respond to-
killing mosquitoes.
अच्छा, ठीक है. Tell me this, just answer this question and then then I'll leave you. I mean, I'll leave your group. हाँ, answer this. क्या हो जाएगा अगर उनके verification process नहीं होगा? What if the election commission doesn't verify the candidates? What will happen then?
Teacher, then this what candidates of with criminal background and all that can come in this elections, and sometimes it can happen that new candidates can't come in this election and they can't just go for elections.
Right. Thank you so
And
much.
new parties will not come in.
Shabash.
Right. Okay, yes, shabash, lots of shabash. Thank you, Anil, Aditya and Timur. Yeah, the third point is scrutinizing the applications, right? So video maybe we watched that when a person is being nominated from a party or even individually applying for the election, then they have to submit some background information. What is the education qualification? Do they have criminal records or not? What are the properties, assets, liabilities that they have? They have to disclose all of this. So, अब कहने को तो हम झूठ भी बोल सकते हैं. मान लो कि मैं कोई क्रिमिनल हूँ और मैंने जाके बोल दिया नहीं यार मेरा पास्ट एकदम क्लीन है, मैंने तो कुछ नहीं किया, ठीक है. तो टू वेरीफाई दैट कि जो मैं क्लेम कर रही हूँ, इफ इट इज ट्रू और नॉट, so the whole verification process is also done by election commission, and it's very important because clearly we don't want criminals as our leaders, as our representatives, right? But anyways, they do get to disclose their criminal records, their history. So that is up to us if we think कि okay, this person was have committed some crime in the past, but ठीक है, ये this much we can overlook. or we can decide ki, okay, this person is not well educated, but they are making good promises, they're doing a good work, they have done a good work so far, so maybe we can give them a chance and make them our leader. So that is up to us, but the candidates, they have to disclose all details about them. All right, thank you, group 3. Group 4, who is going to speak?
Teacher,
Yes, speak, Anand. What is the function?
teacher, commission. Function is teacher. This parties have multi-party system in the country, and new parties continue to be formed. And the election commission also allots election symbols to the political parties.
Okay.
And this much we got points.
So what will happen if this action is not done? Mainly you are saying new parties are formed and तो उनको party को register करना, is that what you are saying? उनका registration होता है.
Yes, teacher, means this party allows means all party to allow means come in our party and means that all.
Okay. So, but what will happen if the parties are not allowed? What will happen if उनको symbol नहीं मिला? क्या हो जाएगा?
Teacher, the party will not get chance to participate in that.
Party will not get a chance to participate. उनके ideas implement करना नहीं हो पाएगा वो. Maybe they have some good ideas, but उनको chance ही नहीं मिलेगा. So the parties, thank you, group number 4, the parties need to get themselves registered and recognized कि हाँ इलेक्शन कमीशन ने हमको वैलिडेट किया है कि हाँ ये भी एक पार्टी है, दे आर ऑल्सो गोइंग टू कम्पीट इन द इलेक्शन, ऐसा करके बोला है सबको. तो तभी हम जो है, ऐसा नहीं कि हमने सोच के बैठ लिया कि हाँ हमारा पार्टी तो करेगा इलेक्शन में, बट वी नीड टू गेट दैट वैलिडेशन, दैट रिकग्निशन फ्रॉम एन गवर्नमेंट ऑफिशियल, फ्रॉम द इलेक्शन कमीशन कि हाँ आप लोग इलेक्शन में लड़ सकते हो एंड यू विल बी गिवन अ सिंबल ऑल्सो. So that is the job of election commission, to give that recognition. Yes, very important. Thank you. And the last point, fifth one, group number 5, who is going to speak?
I.
Yes, Shreya. Tell us the name of your function and then you can speak.
Our function's name is to resolve any disputes relating to election.
Okay.
Mr. Rekha. First question, what are the duties in this function? Duty is to declare any candidate as disqualified or conduct re-elections in a particular constituency. Why is that particular function important? Because disputes may arise that we don't have to. Disputes may arise because. Hello.
Maybe you can tell us about what kind of dispute.
Teacher, if I am one party and you are one party, so teacher, 1 minute. My brother was irritating that. So you can say that I don't want this team, and disputes may arise that this party is not working nicely and all that.
Continue, Shreya.
And third question, disputes may arise regarding the election.
But what will happen if these disputes are not resolved? Dispute मतलब problem. So what will happen if the problems are not resolved? Parties तो already बन गए, अब क्या होगा? Dispute करो, resolve ना करो, parties तो बन चुके हैं. फिर why is it important? Yes, group number 5. Anyone else can also answer from your group. That's okay. No? Did we lose group number 5? Alright, no worries, because we are out of time. I'm only going to explain quickly. So the last one says resolving any kind of dispute. Dispute matlab any issues, any problems that have arisen. And there can be a lot of problems, lot of disputes, right? For example, किसी वोटिंग बूथ पे किसी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी ने जाके अटैक कर दिया, लोगों को जबरदस्ती बोला कि नहीं हमारे नाम पे वोट करो, एंड दिस हैपेंस अ लॉट, यू नो, देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ वायलेंस इन वोटिंग बूथ्स आल्सो. सो इफ दैट हैपेंस देन हाउ टू टेक केयर ऑफ दैट, वहां के वोट्स का क्या करें, क्या उनको कैंसिल कर दिया जाए, or should we count them? So that's a problem that election commission will resolve. Then let's say after election some party decides that no, it is not working out for us, हम अपना पार्टी ही कैंसिल कर रहे हैं, पूरा पार्टी डिसॉल्व कर रहे हैं, तो उतने सारे सीट खाली रह गए, तो उसके लिए री इलेक्शन करवाना, जो मिड टर्म इलेक्शन होता है, so that री इलेक्शन is also a job of the election commission. Then let's say we were talking about how people submit their documents for verification. So if it is verified and found out that no, a particular person or a party was lying about themselves, then their application is also rejected. So unko hata dena election में से, that is also job of the election commission. So छोटे मोटे जो भी issues या problems arise करते हैं, to solve them, that is the job of the election commission. ठीक है? That is this last point. Unfortunately, Shreya's mic is not working and no one else was speaking, so I had to do that. But I'm guessing your understanding was also this, somewhat similar to this. All right, I'll be going back to the PPT now. I think we are almost done. Yeah, so we have presented, we have understood the 5 functions of the election commission. Pranali, you have raised your hand. Is there a doubt or was that by mistake?
No, teacher, by mistake.
All right. So we are already done. Now remember I told you to note down your questions and doubts if you have any. So this will be a good time to share it. Before that, I will also show you the homework. So there are only 3 questions that you have to answer, and that's it. Okay, 4 points minimum होना चाहिए तीनों के लिए. If you answer these 3 questions, that will be your homework. That's all. Okay. So now, if you have doubts, you can start sharing. Others, if you don't have doubts, you can start dropping off the call. I will send everything on your group.